Hello and welcome to the latest This is the Music Meets podcast. This week's guests are none other than Mancunian legend Spangled, who for me are one of the best bands to emerge from Manchester since Oasis. Lads, thanks very much for coming on to the This is the Music Meets podcast. How are you doing?
All right, thanks, Mark. Hey, we should get you to introduce us when we're going on stage, man. That was good.
That was absolutely brilliant. Let's just hire you, Mark, to introduce us everywhere.
Brilliant,
Mark,
I'm there.
Mark, can you just say it again?
Just say it again one more time.
Which
say
bit?
it slower. Just the whole thing.
All of it.
From the top.
Mancunian legend Spangled, who are the best bands to emerge from Manchester since Oasis.
Thank you.
Just put it on the speaker every time. Save the expense.
Nice one. New ringtone started.
So how you doing? You all good?
Smashing. Yeah, we just obviously we survived the heat wave. One of the many few to survive it are me and Jamie. Actually, the other two band members sadly didn't make it through. That's why they're not here today. They've actually just melted down into a sludge. So now we're just playing on stage with just a bucket of bass and drum sludge.
No one's interested in the bass player and the drummer anyway, so you two just crack on.
We possess all their charming qualities.
You saw them in all their liquidy goodness. Nathan has put a pile of monster energy on the floor.
Yeah.
So obviously, as you know, This is the Music. We like to try and shine a light on bands like yourselves that are emerging. So kind of like over the last sort of 12 months, where you two have not you two, but obviously Spangled have obviously sort of risen a little bit more to prominence. Are there any bands that have really caught your eye at all?
Go on, Jamie.
So I'll go first. I'll go for the obvious one first. Like our boys Rosellas, we love them. They're absolutely class. Another one that I really liked as well, Isle of WIght, was the Kairos. They were brilliant. They were so good. And also the Assist at Isle of WIght too. They were brilliant. So they're sort of three for me, which really enjoying at the moment. Yeah,
great choices. How about you, Ben?
I love a band called Fitzroy Holt. We camped with them at Isle of WIght, and they're just a bunch of legends. I love them to pieces. Another band as well called Drool. They're from down south.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a really heavy sound to them, which I like. There's loads. Lock-In, love Lock-In as well. There's so many, man. I could sit here all day and list them, but you'd be falling asleep, Mark.
Well, there you go. There's 6 bands and great choices. And as you say, there's so many at the minute, and it's great to see, really, I think.
Yeah.
So obviously, a few months back, obviously your debut EP, Chasing Nebulas, obviously came out, which for me has got to be in contention for EP of the year. And obviously when everyone does their end of year polls and that, it's obviously a really joyous record, and has effectively sort of started off the birth of cosmic indie rock. So how pleased are you two with the reaction that he's had?
Well, I think in terms of the reaction, yeah, pleased. We we spent so much time making this EP, and we put a lot of effort into it, and obviously there's a lot of heart gone into it, and I think people can tell that. But the way we're working is we're just constantly writing. So I think we fall into this habit where as soon as we release music, we literally just don't care about it anymore. We're like, no, that's done, old wood. We just don't care about it. But I think the fact that the EP has got so much credit, sort of it's given us a chance to sit back and reflect on how good it was and what we've achieved. But we're already looking forward and moving on to the next thing. But it's a bloody good EP. I'm a big fan of it. Cosmic Indie, couldn't write it.
But we did.
A whole new genre.
We did several times.
Also, it was nice as well. We got into to the iTunes charts. So that was one way that we sort of saw the love for it, which we never expected to get into the iTunes charts. It's sort of notoriously not like an easy thing to do these days, to have people actually go out and buy your music. So
yeah,
that was pretty cool.
The iTunes chart, that was crazy for me. But I didn't even do GCSE music, mate. I didn't and I'm charting like there's people trying so hard to do that, and we just sort of like did it like it was like, yeah, we'll just do this, and then we like it was just brilliant. You couldn't write it, like I said.
And have you got like a favourite song off of the EP at all?
Bloody hell, Mark, that's a heavy one, isn't it? What, me or Jamie?
Well, whoever wants to jump in and answer it.
I imagine we both got separate. I mean, to be honest, my favourite one is We'll Always Have Neptune. I just love how high energy it is, and like it's just, especially when we've just in the heat wave we've just had. It just suited it so well, and it's 8 minutes long. Like it never ends. It literally never ends.
We can make it longer.
We could make it. Do you want to redo it, Jim?
Let's do it again.
We'll call it. We'll always have Neptune, tune, and we'll just elongate it out.
We'll just do that for the next 10 years, Mark. Like every year there'll be a new Neptune tune.
All we're gonna do now is variations of We'll Always Have Neptune. That's it. We've completed music with that song. Done.
Tick it off. I have to agree though. That's probably also my favourite as well.
Yeah, brilliant. And I'm guessing that the way it's obviously how you're talking about it, obviously you must have had a lot of time, a lot of good fun making the record as well. So where did you record it?
Oh yeah, I remember the night that we did it, because I went round to Ben's and we had a few bevies as we normally do, and I think it was it's like one of the only times I brought my amp round to Ben's. Like normally I don't bring my amp because it's just effort carting it around. But we got it into like his little box room, like the spare bedroom in his house. Yeah. And I wheeled it in, put it down. And that was like one of the first things we came up with on the night. And we did it sort of start to finish for like 10 minutes. And it just happened. Like there was no start. We've got that demo somewhere still. And it was just like a smooth run from like start to finish.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we played it a few times, refined it. And then that was it. It was strangely easy to write for how long it is.
Hey, we were so drunk as well.
Yeah.
We were like, let's make it really, really long. We're like, all right. And then we just like we wanted like a, you know, Stone Roses Resurrection-esque sort of tune, where it's like it feels like it's gonna end, but then it doesn't in a good way.
Yeah, no. Well, I think you've definitely achieved that, to be fair.
Yeah, thank you. So we wanted a tune that just kept leveling up as it went on. And I feel like Neptune did us justice.
Yeah,
I think as well, like live as well, it's a really good tune to do live, because it's just like a proper party type tune. Because the way it builds like on the record, it's nice, but then when you do it live as well, it's even better. So yeah,
well,
10 out of 10 all around.
Definitely wouldn't expect any less score. So for someone that maybe hasn't listened to your music before, how would you describe the Spangled sound?
We describe it as inconsistently euphoric, to the point where you just want to bury your head in some soil and just turn your body into a tree, and then just let like your shoe be like a branch or something, and then just wait until people come and I don't know where I'm going with this, but basically it's really, really good.
I'm waiting to see where it's going, so you carry on.
Right, I might have been somewhere else. I was thinking about my car for a minute, and I was like, I'm not even speaking about my car. I was looking out the window. Like, I've got to clean my car. Oh shit!
But this is the perfect advert for our music as well, because we're almost like schizophrenic in the way that we do it. I know the EP like makes sense, and we've bundled it all together like really nicely, but like we're already writing completely different tunes, not completely different, but like different tunes to what's on that. That's sort of the way we do. We've got so many different styles in our heads that we like to try and do, but we blend it all together so it still sounds similarish, I guess.
Hey, I think what James is trying to say is we're just absolutely mental. And I don't know how we've not been locked up yet. We're still roaming free. Like, someone can get, have you heard what we're releasing? Like, come on, man.
we slipped through the net, bro. We definitely slipped through the net.
Find the men in white coats.
Yeah.
Like Stranger Things, but it's just Spangled Thing.
Get it on. Let's start writing it now. Come on. I'll do the introduction. You two do the writing, and
C1, Jamie dies.
Well, that wouldn't be very good. Like, do I come back to life? Is that? I mean, I've not watched Stranger Things. We're getting off topic here, but like, is it like a supernatural show where people die, come back, and there's like weird shit happening? Like,
no, you're just out of it, mate. I just wrote you out. Sorry. L.
Oh, brilliant. L. I get hit by like an anvil and like a proper like Looney Tunes type death. That's what I want, like an anvil falling on my head.
Nah, that would make it dead embarrassing. Like he fell into it. He fell into like the giraffe enclosure at Chester Zoo, and like you caught your underpants on the way out, so you basically just naked from the waist below, and then a giraffe just come and strand you.
You've definitely thought about this far too much, Ben. That's all I'm saying.
The thing about zoos, like, become a parent, I feel, at some point in the future when we're getting analysed psychiatrically. You've got to think about zoos. I don't know what it is.
So, obviously, you've recently re-recorded and obviously re-released Good Life Better, and obviously you put out a little video for that as well, which obviously I know it's got a lot of personal meaning for you, and obviously it's a fantastic tune. But what kind of like interested me about it was that obviously on the EP, it's obviously the tempo is completely different to the reworked version. So was it always in your mind to kind of like completely slow it down, or was it like an original demo at that speed, or did it just kind of like just sort of happen naturally type thing?
Nah, I think with Good Life Better, I know obviously we just raved about Neptune, but we knew that song was special in its sort of own sense. We knew it was we knew how well it was written, and it wasn't released as a single. It was put at the end of the EP. I think when that came out, people were raving about the EP, but we were a bit like, look what we've ended it with. Look, listen. And like, that song wasn't individually getting the attention that I think us as a band wanted it to. And we were in practice, and obviously we were fiddling around with ways we could perform it live without having to faff around with an acoustic.
Yeah.
And Jamie found that sort of riff on his guitar and like how to do it with his electric, really, and then like sort of enjoyed the jangle of it.
Yeah.
And yeah, we wanted to sort of release it like that, and then just and it's dead spacey as well, so in a sense it probably suits the EP more than the actual version on the EP.
Yeah, sure. But sorry, you're saying about the obviously you sort of just almost like a bit of a throwaway kind of thing when it went on the EP, but do you not think that's kind of like a strength in a way, because it means that because obviously how strong the EP is, that you've got so many like great songs effectively to choose from as singles?
Yeah, there's that element to it. We just felt that Good Life Better was in its sort of in its own category. It didn't. It's got a few space references, but that wasn't a space tune. It meant more to me personally as well, lyrics wise and everything like that. I feel like out of all of it, it deserved probably the most credit out of all the songs on there. And now with the re-release, that's exactly what it's had. So we're pretty happy with it.
Yeah, definitely, it's a fantastic version, and I quite enjoyed learning how you got to that sort of stage with the acoustic and the guitar. So festival season, obviously I know it's obviously well and truly underway. Obviously you headlined the This Feeling stage, didn't you, at the Isle of Wight Festival a few weeks back? So kind of like, how was that set for you? I mean, I haven't actually been able to see you live, in the flesh.
Oh, you're in for a treat, Mark. You're in for a treat. I tell you.
I mean, the videos that I've seen look like a lot of fun. Is that kind of like the? I'm getting the impression anyway from this interview so far that you look like you just want to have, like have a good time and have a lot of fun when you're up there, either performing or just like on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, we're honestly just here for a laugh, Mark. I didn't think we'd get this far, but here we are, happy days. But no, yeah, we we try and remind yourself before you go on stage, or especially if I was ever nervous before a gig, it would be just to have fun, and you remind yourself why you started in the first place, because you're good at it and you've got a passion for it. And then, like, as soon as we start playing on that stage, we're in our own world, and the crowd sort of sinks in with us. So it's really enjoyable, man. And Isle of Wight was just, obviously, because the emotion of going back there and everything happened in the previous year. I think that one for us as a band was probably the most difficult gig we'll ever have to do. And Jamie will second this. Like, it was proper. We were all quiet before we went on for the first time. Like, it was just nerve-wracking, because people were expecting emotion to a different level of what they'd normally get from Spangled. Yeah. We're normally happy-go, leg-swinging band.
Yeah.
I know. We basically always come on stage like. But we weren't like that. We just basically treated it like another gig. And obviously, Good Life Better is the music video for it is of Isle of Wight, and that's the song that sort of choked us up and choked everyone up. But as soon as that finished, bam, you're straight into Neptune, and it's like nothing ever happened.
And just on that stage, talk about the Isle of Wight. Ben, I'm quite obviously so not I haven't seen you live yet, but where did you get your the inspiration for your dance moves from?
My mum. We call her Snake Hips every time she's drinking. She just turns into, like, one of them things at a car wash that like move up and down the inflatable thing. Basically like that. I think I've got the same genes, like just the same dance genes. But yeah, I certainly like to give them a show, and I just dance. I just enjoy moving around. I'm not going to stand still, and just be like, oh yeah, look how cool we are. Like, I'm just not about that. I'm gonna be there like, come on. I see someone in the crowd like, you look miserable. Here's a leg, and then like that's like it's all it goes. And then it's not just me; it's all the other lads do it. They've just got to focus on playing their instruments as well. Whereas I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna have it.
That is the unwritten rule. So Jamie, obviously after this, probably tomorrow morning, I'm imagining, but obviously you're heading up to Sheffield. You got a gig with Megan Wen, and obviously Why Not Festival as well. Is that right? So are they the band's first gigs in them parts of the country?
Why not? Definitely. That's the first time we've been there, and we're really looking forward to that. We went to Sheffield a few months back, and we supported Cascade, who again we love them too. Yeah. They're a cracking band. From down south as well. So we supported them in Sheffield, and that was a good night as well. So we're looking forward to sort of going back and raising the roof to the fucking skies. And then what we're really looking forward to Why Not as well. It's a bit like closer to home, so I think we're going to get a fairly sort of decent crowd for that too. So that should be good. And like I said, it's our first time there, so we don't really know what to expect. So as usual, we'll just be having a lot of fun.
And obviously, on top of all of that, you're obviously heading back down to the capital in October, which I cannot wait for. Be first time that I'll get to see you live. So not just me, but what can people go into after that gig and the other gigs? What can they expect from you boys?
Oh, Mark, you lucky son of a gun.
It is your lucky day.
I'd tell people what to expect, but honestly, I don't even know what we're gonna do ourselves. Like we don't like our last gig. crawled under Niall's legs, and he was just sort of stood up, and then we accidentally both started moving our shoulders at the same time. And then I was like, bro, we look like Beyonce in the Single Ladies video, like mid-gig. You look like we've just made up a routine here. And then we're like, right, we've got to back this in now. And then, but yeah, obviously it's like in what to expect, man. Just energy, good times. Like I say, legs, good songs, cracking vocals, and a really, really handsome curly-haired boy.
Well, you're definitely not describing me. So,
No.
so we're going to have some quick fire questions now for you. So, what is your favourite pizza topping?
Who's going first there? Wait.
I've done it.
Go on. Oh, ham and pineapple.
Yes, Ben. Yes, you are the winner.
Thank you.
You win a slice of ham and pineapple pizza. Well done. And obviously this hot weather, what cider would you recommend to the This Is the Music listeners to crack on with?
Copperberg. Copperberg mixed fruits has got to be on it for me. Anyway,
yeah, I am one for like summer's big cloudy apple. I do really enjoy that.
Not really a cider person, to be honest with you.
Yeah, Ben doesn't like cider. I love cider.
No, I'm more of a. I'd rather have a lovely San Miguel in the garden. Thank you very much.
Nice choice. Nice choice. What's your favourite biscuit?
Oh, bloody hell, man. These aren't very quick fire because I've got to think about it. Chocolate digestives.
I think custard creams, they've always been an obsession since I was a child. So they're up there. Custard creams.
That's it, yeah. Mate, great choice. I'm with you, Jamie. Custard creams all
Lovely.
the way.
Lovely.
All the way. So if you could choose one cover song to include in your next gig, next set, what would you go for?
Dancing Queen, ABBA.
Nice choice.
I actually rate that. That's not a bad idea. Staying Alive, the Bee Gees. Go all the way, bro. Let's get 3 mics up there and let them hear my horrific voice, and we'll all just go falsetto. And it'll be horrific, but we'll have a great time.
We'll do it.
Mate, you know what? We could do acoustic Gangnam Style.
Just putting it out there.
Let's do it.
Yeah,
Let's see it.
Whopper Gangnam Style. Everyone's there like, pop it up.
Brilliant, love it. So obviously, I know that you're both Manchester United supporters. Obviously, you've had a pretty disappointing last couple of seasons, really. To be fair, obviously you got the Ronaldo issue. Is he coming? Is he going to be playing next year or whatever? New manager in place. So what would represent, do you think, a good season for Man United?
Treble. Treble, please.
You're going to need a lot of it.
just make up for lost time now, please. I don't know. I'd just be happy with a trophy, to be honest with you. Anything. FA Cup. You know what? FA Cup will do, man. FA Cup, Champions League spot. I'll take that.
Nice.
That'd be nice. I'd like to dream big. Win the not the Champions League, the
Europa League.
No, not the Europa League. I don't really care about the Europa League, but like that'd be nice, I suppose. But yeah, I've not got much hope. This happens all the time. We're like incredible in pre-season, and then we're absolutely dreadful. So yeah, I've got zero expectations.
Wait, every pre-season we play like prime Barcelona for some reason, and we always like so. And it's just so soul draining when the season kicks in, and it's like United lost 1-0 at home to Watford or something like that.
Yeah, that is, to be fair, that is pretty embarrassing. I'm not going to lie.
Who do you support?
Me, I support West Ham. Yeah.
Oh, my nan's from there.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll let you off the hook. I thought you were going to say something embarrassing.
Yeah, well, we obviously did well last year. Hopefully, we'll carry on that same vein this year, and hopefully, we won't choke and let you sneak in front of us at the end of the season. Not that I'm bitter about it or anything.
No.
So, so what's kind of like going to be next then for you guys? Obviously, we've discussed like a few gigs that you've got coming up for the in the next few weeks and everything. Or is there going to be any plans for like new music at all or anything? Or
well, this is the question, isn't it, Mark? The $1 million one. There is potentially new stuff lurking around a corner that we cannot specify at this moment in time. But there is, to be fair, we've got like 20 demos on the go at the moment as well. We also have some more developed stuff, which, like I said, is lurking around the corner. So I'm sure you'll hear it at some point in the unspecified future, to be confirmed. But yeah, the plan would be to get some new raucous tunes out there at some point soon. We've got some shows in the pipeline as well that we can't quite announce yet, but like just keep your eyes out in sort of October time, in November, see what we're up to. So yeah, we'll be busy. We'll be getting about. Don't you worry.
Sounds absolutely fantastic. And unfortunately, that is the end of the podcast. I've had a right laugh with that. I've really enjoyed it. Obviously, thanks very much for coming on. I could chat to you all day, but obviously, I realise you've probably got to go and pack for the very busy weekend that you've got planned. But before you go, can you just let the listeners know where you can be found on the social media side of things?
I'll do the honours. Hi, we're Spangled, the good band. We can be found on Instagram at Spangled Band, on Twitter at Spangled Band, and Facebook at Spangled. Also on TikTok at Spangled Band. Is that it? Is that everyone?
I think so. There's a theme here. Spangled Band. Spangled was taken somehow already when we started all this off, so we have to go with Spangled Band, which still slightly irritates me because some people will see that and they'll go, "Oh my god, it's Spangled Band." I'm like, band isn't part of the name. It's just Spangled.
Yeah,
it's just Spangled.
People think we're called
cool,
Spangled Band. Like that would be such a daft name. Like that's like Ronaldo. That's like Ronaldo being called Ronaldo Footballer. Like it just doesn't make
sense. He's got a point.
All right. Well, cheers for having us, Mark. It's been
thank you very much for coming on. I know that there's very, very limited tickets. I saw earlier on today with the show in London, so I will definitely catch you there, and I will include the link. Hopefully, when this goes out, there might be a couple of tickets left for someone to buy. All that leaves me to say is, lads, thanks very much for coming on. As I say, I've really, really enjoyed it, and I wish you continued success for the future. And I will see you both in London in October.
Thank you. See you then, man.
Cheers, man.
See you later.